But straight to Andy Hinchcliffe watching the cup tie at Goodison Park and a very early goal. But who for, Andy?
It's for Tottenham. They've started incredibly well. Eric Lamela really should have scored. Great save from Robin Olsen. Tottenham have continued to get on the ball, force Everton back. From a set piece, it's Davinson Sanchez who rises above all the Everton defenders just to kind of redirect a really good ball in, really good corner in. He just gets a glancing header on it, skips off the surface. No chance for Robin Olsen. No one on the post defensively for Everton either, so no way of keeping the ball out. But Tottenham have started really just getting on the ball, forcing the issue, but they've got so many great attacking players in their team, and Ndombele's in there, Moura's in there, Lamela, Son. It's just a very forward-thinking team, but it's a centre-half in Davinson Sanchez who opens the scoring, and Spurs deserve it.
And it could be 2-0, couldn't it, after 4 minutes with that save Olsen
Absolutely,
made
it was a brilliant save. The keeper's moving to his left, only 6 yards out, Lamela, really good header. He does nothing wrong. He readjusts Olsen, turns it round the post, but a really good start from Spurs.
They have scored in the game at Goodison Park, where it was wave after wave of Spurs attack in the last couple of minutes. But down the other end, the home side has scored, Andy Hinchcliffe.
And it's no surprise, it's Dominic Calvert-Lewin that has really, he's kind of pounced on an opportunity, really, that Tottenham gifted them. Højbjerg, who I say is such a dependable player for them, he actually loses possession halfway inside his own half. One forward pass into the penalty area, and Calvert-Lewin smashes it goalwards. Lloris gets a hand on it, but there's too much power on the shot, and he just kind of limps over the line. But out of absolutely nothing, Everton are back in the game, but it's all down to Højbjerg losing possession, and Calvert-Lewin does the rest.
But in the space of about 2 minutes, the tie at Goodison Park has been turned on its head, Andy Hinchcliffe.
It's absolutely extraordinary. It's Richarlison who's got Everton's second goal. I've been talking earlier about how Tottenham were dominating the game, creating chance after chance. But it's actually Richarlison. There's a bit of deflection on the shot as well, which takes it past Lloris. For the last 5 minutes, it's been all Everton. Dominic Calvert-Lewin equalises. And I just think the Tottenham defenders there are just maybe giving Richarlison a little bit too much room. It's Alderweireld who doesn't really get a proper block in. It clips the centre-half and rolls agonisingly past the right hand of Hugo Lloris. But what a turnaround. Everton have just stayed in the game. Robin Olsen has made some brilliant saves. How important are those 3 or 4 saves that he's made now as Everton incredibly take the lead? It's 2-1 to the home team.
What do Spurs do now, Andy?
I tell you, Jose Mourinho must be totally bewildered. His team were ahead. They're in total control of the game. I mentioned right at probably the first 5 minutes or so, if Everton could get the ball into Calvert-Lewin, into Richarlison, there's an opportunity. Just when has the referee given a penalty here, I think, to Everton. Alderweireld, he doesn't look too unhappy. He's not complaining about it. I think Everton have got a chance to get a third here. The ball was played into the box. Alderweireld steps across. He must presumably catch an Everton player, and a penalty's been given. It's a forward ball down the left-hand side. It's Sigurdsson who breaks forward. He knocks the ball into the box. And he seems to get I think it's Højbjerg who actually... I'm not sure whether he intentionally means to do this, but I think he's just looking at the ball and he actually catches. I think it's Iwobi who's actually upended. It's Calvert-Lewin, sorry, who's upended in the penalty area. There is contact there. There is an opportunity for Calvert-Lewin to get to the ball, but the referee has given the penalty. Højbjerg, who gave away the ball for the first goal. Penalty's been given. What a chance for Everton to...
Well, they will look at it. There's VAR, obviously, so they will look at it. Was it not just a case of him coming across his path?
I'm sure VAR will say, surely that has to be accidental. It's not about intent. Forget about intent. It's not about intent. It's whether you're denying a goal-scoring opportunity. And VAR, as you say, having a good look at it. But Sigurdsson's getting ready to take the penalty. He has to prepare himself to try and drill this ball home.
Yeah, well, Gylfi Sigurdsson is lining it up. Lloris is preparing, so it is a penalty. And talk us through it, Andy. It's
a huge point in the game here. If Sigurdsson scores, which he does, it's a really cool penalty. It allows Lloris to dive to his right and just rolls the ball into the bottom left-hand corner. It's an incredible turnaround. At 1-0, it was all Tottenham, but Tottenham have made mistakes. Really dependable, reliable players like Højbjerg have made mistakes. But Everton, they showed a lot of character. They stayed in the game. They've got to thank Robin Olsen for that, for making 3 or 4 really good saves. But you would never, at 1-0 down, you would never see Everton by half-time being 3-1 up. But here we are.
Let's get back to the game at Goodison Park, and what a first half to this cup tie. Spurs took the lead. Everton got back into it, then scored a second, then scored a third. There's a 5th goal before half-time. Who's got this one, Andy Hinchcliffe?
It's gone to Tottenham, and it's Eric Lamela with a really tidy finish. 1-2 on the edge of the penalty area with Son, who just dinks the ball into Lamela's path. There's an Everton defender, I think Thierry Mina, who's there, who could possibly clear the ball away. Doesn't get there quick enough, and Lamela does really well from a tight angle just to lift the ball over Robin Olsen, who can do absolutely nothing about this. So it's going to be 3-2 possibly at half-time. An extraordinary first 45 minutes of cup football. Brilliant game.
5 goals in that extraordinary first half at Goodison Park. Let's just bring Andy Hinchcliffe in, because he can talk to us about a remarkable first half. I mean, how do you sort of dissect and try and sum that up?
Don't rub it in.
I just look at the stats in that first half. Between them, the two sides, 19 shots, 12 on target, 5 goals. Now, if you look at how these two sides have played, certainly in the Premier League this season, you would not have seen not necessarily the amount of goals, but in terms of how open the game has been, how Tottenham again started. Never expected to see them really step onto Everton as they did. But Robin Olsen's made some brilliant saves. But I just go back to I think Lamela scoring that second goal for Tottenham, making it 3-2 just before half-time. That could be crucial. Psychologically for Tottenham, that is absolutely massive. So it's all to play for in the second half. But just such a pulsating first half. Credit both coaches for just saying to their teams, go and play and try and score every time you're in possession of the ball. So it's been a brilliant watch.
Right, let's get back to the second half in the absorbing FA Cup tie between Everton and Spurs. The home side 3-2 up. And just as one England striker enters the field of play, another makes his exit. What's happened, Andy?
These are key substitutions. They could have a huge effect on how this game turns out. Harry Kane's come on for Bergwijn. Son will go out wide and Kane will play through the middle now. But Dominic Calvert-Lewin looked like he kind of picked a bit of a knee injury, a bit of a tweak there. He looked OK, he walked off. But they can't take any chances with him, Everton. They know how important he is. So he's come off. Seamus Coleman has come on. So it is a conservative move. Everton looking maybe just to hold out here. But there's a long, long way to go here. But Everton's bench, they don't really have another attacking alternatives. They had to send on maybe the experienced Coleman just to kind of shore things up at the back and try and keep Tottenham out, because it's all Tottenham at the moment, dominating the game, and Harry Kane is on.
Yeah, Everton's so short of options on the bench in an attacking sense this evening. Bernard probably the only obvious contender, really. They've even got 2 goalkeepers on the bench, which tells you everything you need to know for Everton tonight. And Spurs trying to capitalise with a stronger bench and threatening in the second half, Andy.
Yeah, I mentioned Kane now playing through the middle, Son out on the left-hand side. That's where he prefers to be. Just twists and turns, gets a really dangerous cross in. It's in the 6-yard box, and Michael Keane does really well just to knock the ball back from where it came. Could easily have put that past his own keeper.
I'm going to stay with you for the corner, Andy, because chance for Spurs to level this up.
Yeah, again, another decent ball in from Son, flicked on, and it's in the back of the net. They've scored. Tottenham have equalised. It's 3-3, and I think it's Davinson Sanchez who's managed to stick the ball home. Again, it was Son who whips an in-swinging corner in. There's a flick on at the near post. I think Robin Olsen actually makes a save. The ball breaks, and then it's tucked home. I'd need another look at it just to work out exactly how that ball ended up in the back of the Everton net. But Jose Mourinho doesn't crack a smile here, but his Tottenham side are back in it 3-3. And with Kane on, you feel they've got a chance to go on and win the game. It's whipped in, it's flicked on. Brilliant save by Robin Olsen. And then the ball is just stabbed home. I think, is it Davinson Sanchez again? Has he got his second goal? I think he has. Again against Sigurdsson. He reacts the quickest. Sigurdsson's kind of manhandling Davinson Sanchez, not even looking at the ball. And Sanchez just turns it home from 2 yards out. But Sigurdsson is more worried about defending the man than actually the ball. But yet another brilliant save from Robin Olsen. But it means absolutely nothing. He drops it down. And there's Davinson Sanchez just to flick the ball home, and it's 3-3.
A 7th goal, and as you can see, Everton are back in front, Andy Hinchcliffe.
And it's Richarlison who, incredibly, has made it 4-3 to Everton. It's a really good finish. It's a tight angle down the left-hand side of the penalty area. He's rolled in by Gylfi Sigurdsson. He takes the shot on really early. Lloris can do nothing about it. But I did say that Everton, when the opportunity was there, they were getting up the pitch. They were trying to get the next goal in the game, even though Tottenham were dominating. Tottenham aren't happy. They feel there was a foul in the build-up on Lucas Moura. I'm not so sure that there was. But Gylfi Sigurdsson, excellent forward ball, good run from Richarlison, and brilliant finish from a tight angle.
It's an FA Cup classic at Goodison Park. It's an 8th goal, and Spurs are level again, Andy Hinchcliffe.
Absolutely extraordinary. Looked like Everton had got away with it. It was a corner that was punched away by Olsen. The shot came in from Lamela. Decore clears it off the line. It breaks out onto the left-hand side to Son, who gets to the byline. He's up against Tom Davies. He puts in the most magnificent cross. It takes the keeper out of the equation, defenders, and there's Harry Kane stooping at the far post. Kane can't really miss, but it's one of the crosses of the season from Son. It's absolutely brilliant. We know how important that combination is, Son and Kane, and again, they've rescued Tottenham.
And Kane loves a goal against Everton, 9 in 7, and are Spurs now favourites, would you say?
I think with all the attacking players that they've got on, they clearly look the more threatening. But again, the way that Everton have approached this, you wouldn't be surprised if they take maybe just have one opportunity on the break to get that killer goal. But with so many quality attackers on for Tottenham, and clearly the intent is there. Now they break away again. It's it's Son breaking away. And Godfrey does really well on the recovery just to get a toe in there. But there's about 4 or 5 minutes left, and it is all Tottenham. So don't be surprised if they go on and win what has been a really topsy-turvy game.
Jules, what time are we finishing tonight?
Well, about 10 minutes, that was the plan.
What time are you finishing and what time am I finishing?
I'm just about to say, I'll give you a text, mate. I'll be home and he'll still be upstairs in the studio watching it.
And you mentioned Mike Wedderburn earlier, Mercy. Might give him a wave on his way in later in the morning.
Might be with him
Andy's on his way
Mike
out.
and Andy, the new show.
33 shots at goal combined, 18 on target, 8 goals. It's a quite staggering FA Cup tie, and they say it doesn't matter sometimes to these teams.
See Merce shaking his head thinking, why did I not get even just a little piece of that in my game?
As I look at my clock now, my watch, I'm so glad I had Leicester Brighton.
How could you not want to stay and watch a game like this, though? Yeah, they've scored 3 goals in their previous 4 games, Tottenham, and they've got 4 in one night. Everton had 3 against Manchester United at Old Trafford, another 4 tonight. It's been a quite incredible FA Cup tie. They're into the last minute of those 5 added on. If there isn't a further goal, Andy's going to hot-foot it upstairs to the Sky Sports News studio.
Oh, you didn't tell me that, did you?
Oh, very, very late.
Now you tell me. Now you tell me.
Oh, yeah, you've got to move as well. And then what, just a 3-hour journey home, Andy? Sorry, I shouldn't laugh.
Everton Spurs is into extra time. Andy Hinchcliffe is into extra time as well, alongside me. He's been with Jules Warren all evening. Clinton Morrison and Paul and Merson alongside you as well. Very smug at this point because they've gone home. A 9th goal, incredibly. Andy, who's it gone to?
Yeah, the former Everton player cheering when Everton take the lead again. And it looks, there's a question mark about offside against Bernard, but it's Gylfi Sigurdsson who just dinks the ball over the top of the Tottenham defence. Bernard gets in on goal. The angle is against him. He's on the left-hand side of the penalty area, but he absolutely smashes it across Lloris into the far corner. But it's all about the forward ball from Gylfi Sigurdsson. The movement from Bernard is excellent. The finish really composed. And we always knew this game at 4-4 could have gone either way. Tottenham did look the more threatening. Harry Kane had a really good chance just before Bernard scored, but there was a question mark about offside. Bernard wasn't. He timed his forward run brilliantly and absolutely buried it.
OK, so the VAR checks presumably complete then, Andy, and the goal is given 5-4. I can't believe I'm saying that. But you can't rule out an equaliser here, can we?
No, I just think the game is so open. The energy levels have dropped a little bit. That's probably understandable, but another couple of changes from Jose Mourinho. Vinicius is on now, Sissoko's on as well. So he's throwing absolutely everything at this, and there is still over 20 minutes left to play. So it's the fact the game is so open, regardless about who's on the pitch. Both sides are really going for it. So we've had 9 goals. We could easily have more.
Yeah, we're enjoying it. Andy, thank you very much. 5 seconds to go, Andy. Surely not an equaliser on the cards now.
And there's 1 minute of added time in extra time, but quite extraordinary. When I was covering this game, I was thinking, Ancelotti, Mourinho, it's going to be a chess match, a tactical battle. We're going to get maybe 2 goals at best. 5-4, if Everton do hold on to this and win it 5-4, absolutely extraordinary. The manner in which it's been played in has been absolutely incredible, a wonderful spectacle. But Everton have really dug deep the last 10 minutes or so and really done well to keep Tottenham out. But it's been an extraordinary game. Could have gone either way. It looks as if Everton are going to hold on to win this and get to the quarter-finals.
And you would say as well, Andy, that it is an incredible result, this, for Everton, in terms of what we've seen this game. You know, they went behind early, and then they were equalisers for Tottenham just before half-time, just at the end of full-time, but every single time Everton have hit back. Yeah,
and also if you look at maybe the in terms of the starting 11s and then the choices off the bench, Everton were clearly second best, but they haven't let that worry them. As you say, the game has kind of gone to and fro, but they haven't been too concerned. They just kept on going. So I think Carlo Ancelotti must be delighted with every single one of his players, the attitude, the character they've shown, the quality they've played with. And they've just stuck at it against what is a really dangerous attacking Tottenham team, which we just haven't seen enough of in the second half, and that's down to the way Everton have defended. And there's the final whistle, and Everton have made it through to the quarter-finals. A big hug between Mourinho and Ancelotti. Great respect there, but the most extraordinary cup tie I've seen for a long, long time. But I think Everton do deserve it. They've worked so hard. And they've managed to squeak through 5-4. Who'd have believed that? 9 goals in this game, and Everton win it 5-4.
Yeah,
incredible.
Incredible game. Incredible. In terms of Tottenham, though, from their point of view, they'll be bitterly disappointed, surely, because this was a great opportunity for them.
I think so, yes. Of course, they've got the Carabao Cup final to look forward to, but they're playing an informed Man City, so there's no guarantee that they win that. Of course, they want to finish as high as they can in the Premier League. But I think for both Everton and Tottenham, the FA Cup was vitally important. They were both clearly looking to win it with their team selections, with the way Mourinho's thrown everything at this game, trying to win it. So I think, he'll be amazed by the way that the game went, but when he kind of, in the cold light of day tomorrow, and he looks at it, he'll think, this is a real opportunity missed. And Carlo Ancelotti, he won't be happy with the fact his team have conceded 4 goals, but they're in the next round and they can improve, they can tighten up. So I think, yeah, Mourinho, we know he is the master at getting kind of cup competitions won. I definitely think he'll think this is an opportunity missed.
OK. Andy, we really appreciate you doing extra time as well. You can text
I go
Clinton
home now?
You can text Paul Merson. You can even text Jules Warren and say you're on your way home after what was an incredible stint. But it was
really
an incredible
enjoyed it.
game.
It's been fantastic. Amazing game.
Yeah, we really appreciate your company. Thank you very much.